Hey folks, what's up? It's one big bugger. Figured to update you guys what's going on. Still here. I fear that I've put some weight back on. Last I weighed myself, I was 447, which was down 30 pounds. But I've been really stressed out and I haven't been eating right for most of the month. So it's possible that I've put some weight back on. Um, but not 100% positive if I have or not. I see my psychiatric doctor on the 6th. I'm going to try and talk to her and see if she can authorize me to get through the scale. If not, I may just make an appointment with my regular doctor because I feel like I should get some kind of physical before I should fly. Make sure I'm okay to fly, just because I'm a big guy. Speaking of which, as you talk about me flying, the flight is set. It has been booked September 4th, which is a Sunday. I will be leaving Kahului Airport at 10:15 p.m. And I will be flying to San Francisco about 5 hours and 15 minutes, somewhere around there, over the Atlantic Ocean. Um, I will have a near 3 hour layover in San Francisco. Um, Due to the time difference as well as the travel, I will be touching down around 6:15 a.m. in San Francisco. And then from there, 3 hour layover. I do not have to collect my bags because I'll be staying with the same airline, so it's only what I bring in the cabin. From there, I will be flying from San Francisco directly to Boston, so I only get one layover. And I will be touching down in Boston somewhere around 6:45, 6:50 in the evening. Again, due to time, the travel time itself, plus the time difference from going from West Coast to East Coast. I have my dog carriers bought. They are shipped already, and they will be here the end of next week to the end of the week after. So it's the 8th to the 15th they'll be here. I also, I thought I purchased luggage, but I made a mistake in the purchase. I only purchased one bag by accident. So I had to cancel the order. The order's been canceled. Now I'm just waiting for it to refund back to my card so I can actually order luggage, which probably won't happen until, um, I want to say at the very earliest Tuesday, because, well, today's Sunday. I don't know why I do this. Today's Sunday, and tomorrow is, of course, the holiday. Or by the time you see this, it'll actually be the 4th of July for most of you. But for me, it's still not until tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the 4th of July. Um, so I doubt I'll see the money back then. So earliest will be Tuesday, and I should see it by the end of the week, I would think. And then I can go and try and get luggage. Rather than order luggage, I forgot. We get a Target that just came in. I know they tend to be a little bit more expensive than Walmart. Walmart really didn't have a good set. Mostly singles with one cheap, poor set that I didn't like. So I'm going to check out Target. There's also Ross. There's a store called Ross here that I'm going to try out. Uh, See if I can get something local before I try and go on Amazon again. Because Amazon really didn't have anything that impressed me. The only thing they had that I was willing to buy was not only $100 for the set, but was $23 shipping. And that's too steep. That's just too much. So, and that $23 shipping could sorry, I have to make sure my chair's not sinking. That $23 shipping, for all I know, could have been ground shipping. So, yeah, no, I want nothing to do with that. The only big thing I have left to do. Well, there's two. I got two big things left to do. Number one, when I get paid in August, is to book my transportation from Logan Airport to my mother's house. and I've already got an estimate. It's going to be $150. It's going to be $150 from Logan to my mother's house for a sedan. I'm going to have four bags, I think. You don't have to include the tote, but the carry-on. And I've already called and asked about my dogs, and I told him I'm going to have 2 small dog carriers. He says, don't need to add anything for them. That's fine. Just go ahead and book. So the other big thing is to get my dogs examined. My dogs need to be given a certificate of health that they are fit to travel. They also need to be given rabies shots. So it's going to be $164 at the Makawao Veterinarian Clinic, which is the cheapest. Not by a hell of a lot, but it is still the cheapest. And then I've already got Koa's ID on the way as an emotional support dog. I also have a certificate on my computer. I just need to print it out. And I'm going to do the same for Bella's. Once they fix Bella's photo. The photo they have for Bella is a blurry one. I asked them not to use. I said I would send them another one. They didn't change it, so I sent in a ticket and I attached the picture I want used. I said, please use this picture for Bella. So that's all I'm waiting for. I'm just getting tags and certificates for them. I'm not getting vests. It's $69 if you get a vest, $69 each versus $30 each for a single tag and a certificate, which I can live with. And the certificate you can print out. So I just need the ID to get here. I know I need to shave. I just need the ID to get here. And I need to order Bella's to get that on the way. Virgin, very stringent. Yes, I'll be flying with Virgin Airlines. Virgin, very, very stringent when it comes to dog carriers. They're only allowed, I don't know if this is the proper height, but like 8 inches in height. Not very tall. And I've got, Bella is a bit of a tall dog. Even though she's only 6 pounds. So the carrier, and finding 8-inch carriers for anything but like really tiny toy dogs and small cats is nigh on impossible. I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked. What I ended up getting was a carrier that was 8.5 inches. It's half an inch taller. But it's a soft carrier, so if it needs to squash down to 8 inches, it should be fine. And the dogs are going to be laying for the flight. So it should be okay. I don't think they'll give me any hassle over it. I already called and checked ahead that I could bring both dogs, as I am buying 2 tickets. I am a plus-size traveler. And a ginormous cockroach just freaking landed on my... Oh, and I missed. Sorry about that. I know it sounds disgusting, and in a way it is, but cockroaches are life here in Hawaii. There's not a house that won't eventually end up with it. I don't care where you live or how rich or well-sealed your house is. Eventually, they'll get in. They are part of Hawaii. So, it's more of a common occurrence. Hopefully, it'll get down on the floor and Bella will catch it and end up killing it. She loves chasing the bugs around the floor when they come around. Yeah, but not a whole lot else. Now it's just hurry up and wait. Everything's scheduled. Most things are bought. I just need to reorder my luggage or re-get my luggage. I'm hoping I get my money back before I go downtown on Wednesday to do my food shopping and see my doctor. Because if I can do that, if I can get the money before going downtown, then I could go to Target and Ross without having to make an extra trip. So, fingers crossed. Um, One news I'm not happy about, and I don't know if anyone can hear me or not, but it really doesn't matter. My opinion's pretty much known. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law have this habit of listening to the radio of their car outside, but because my car, well, it's not my car anymore, but I'm just going to refer to it as my car, I have it. Because my car has a better system, they've been using that, and they ran the battery dead one night, and they left it dead overnight rather than recharge it. And so now when you start the car, it doesn't start normally like a quick startup. It lugs when it starts up. Instead of going vroom, it goes vroom, 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 you know. So the battery screwed in it, and they need to replace that. As far as I know, they have offered to replace it. But that's just news. It's not. It's actually in the long term, in the short and long term. Overall, it's none of my business anymore because it's not my car. It's my car in name only, and I'm not going to be one of those. Well, possession is 9/10 of the law. No, I'm not one of those people. I made a deal, and I'm honoring it 100%. It's not my car anymore. It's my mother-in-law's car, and when she can't drive it or doesn't want to anymore, it goes to Ike if he wants it. And then if Ike doesn't want it, what she wants to do with it from there is up to her. But I'm not happy about it because if this is the treatment this car is going to get while it's here, it's really going to be a very short time before the car is in bad shape. And it's only 4 years old. It's only 4 years old. That's it. 4-year-old car. This is the newest car I'd ever bought. Newest car I ever bought. The newest vehicle I had gotten before this, I got a 2004 Ranger, Ford Ranger sports truck. You know, the whole sports package, sporty look and all that. I got that in 2006. So that was 2 years old. I bought this car, which is 2012, in 2013. 1 year old. And with less than 20,000 miles. Less than 17,000 miles, actually. I did like 16,700 or something like that. 16,700 miles. And it's the first car that it's about a year from completion to be paid for. About 1 year, maybe give or take a couple months from completion of being completely paid off. And it had been the first car I ever managed to do that with. Doesn't matter right now because unfortunately, due to everything that's been going on, I've had to sacrifice my Fingerhut account and I've had to sacrifice my Merrimack bank card. So those two right now, I'm not paying for them. I'm just paying for my Credit One, Capital One, and PayPal credit and my cell phone. So my credit's taking a hit. After I move, I'm going to try and recover as best I can if I can. We'll see what happens. Other than that, not a whole lot. Because of this move, I've been bouncing back and forth between like almost a giddy euphoria. Ooh, I can't wait to go to a very heavy and hard depression. And that depression comes from I feel like I'm losing the last big attachment I have to my wife. Not just this home, not just this house, not just her family, not just the land that's here. The state, the island. She was born and raised here, never left here. She's traveled inter-island, but this was her island. This is her place, and I'm going to be leaving that, and I'm never coming back, ever. I'll never be able to travel back to Hawaii ever again. You know, which is why I took $20. Actually, it was $30. I took $30 because I have a little bit extra floating. I took $30 and I went to Duck Kitchen, which is my favorite place to eat on this island. And I got a Notorious B.I.G. Loco Moco. The kitchen, the portions are huge. It's the restaurant is a bit expensive for somebody like me at least, but it's worth it because the portions are gigantic. They are huge. The Notorious B.I.G. is probably somewhere between, I'd say, 6 and 10 fucking pounds. And that's not an exaggeration. Weighs as much as Koa, who's 9 pounds. And it's a huge thing of fried rice with a giant, and I mean giant, hamburger patty on top, like this thick. And then 2 eggs on top of that, however you want to prepare. And then they add Spam, Portuguese sausage, bacon, and they smother it in chili, gravy, onions, and mush. Oh my God, it's fucking awesome. Unless I want to try an attempt to make that myself, I will never have that again. I'll never have a spam musubi again unless I can learn to do it myself. It's not overly complicated, but there are some places that make some really nice spam musubis. And uh, I should explain. A spam musubi is a block of sticky white rice with a piece of spam on top, wrapped with a piece of seaweed. It's it. It's that simple. Poor man's lunch, basically. A guy would stop at a store or, make it home, take 2 or 3 of these with him to work, and that would be his lunch. Um, I'll never have pork hash again. I'll never, I'll never have manapua again. Um, I'll never see Hana again. I'll never get to go. Yeah, this gets a little emotional. I'll never get to go to KNI again. KNI is probably my favorite place in Hana down by the water. Probably my favorite place on the island. Because when you go down to KNI by the waterfront, it's not like going to a beach anywhere else. It is not like going to a beach where the waves gently roll in. If you were to fall into the water at KNI and be pulled out even just 10 feet, it's not a simple rescue. You're talking, if you were to call for help, they would actually have to mobilize the Coast Guard. Why? Because you are considered to be in open ocean at that point. It literally goes like this. You are like standing at the edge of an open ocean. Not a beach that gradually goes out because it's worn over time. No, we're talking a straight drop. So big, huge waves with nothing to break them comes rolling in against the land and the rocks. And it is absolutely spectacular. I used to love to go there, and I would let my tourists walk for longer than I was supposed to just because I'd sit there and listen to and watch the waves. It was amazing. I'll never get to see that again. I'll never get to experience that again. I was hoping maybe before I left the islands I'd have enough money I'd be able to take a trip to Hana. And who knows, maybe I will, but I really don't think so. So, I don't know. And losing those things hurt because all of those combined make this island. An island that I have been living on 16 years. I have lived here longer than I have lived anywhere else in my life. You don't live somewhere that long and not grow roots and an attachment. You know? And this is my wife's heritage. This is her culture. This is her home. And I don't mean just where I am. I mean the island. They're her home. And I'm never coming back. And it's really tough. My wife's ashes too. They have yet to be spread. It's been over a year. I think they're waiting for me to say something. I think that's what it is. And I'm going to let them sit a little bit longer. And I'm going to spread them. I'm going to ask that they be spread. If not called for sooner. Um, I'm thinking somewhere like maybe September 3rd, the day before I leave, go and spread them. Maybe a little bit sooner, I don't know. But they need to be, because my wife's wish, she talked about this at one point, is when she dies, she she wanted to be cremated and her ashes spread with her father. Because when her father died, he was cremated and his ashes were spread around the yard. And that's what she wants. She wanted, I should say. So I'm trying to make sure that happens. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I can't think of anything in particular. It's interesting. I see a lot of people posting something. Happy 4th of July, happy 4th of July, happy 4th of July. It's not the 4th yet. Well, for some people it is, I suppose. For some people it is by now. But I mean, it's not like even daytime 4th of July for a lot of people at the time I record this. You know? Wait a little bit. It's getting as bad as Christmas. Speaking of which, you're going to start seeing, it's July, you're going to start seeing Halloween and Christmas decorations starting to pop up. Little bit by little bit. You watch. But, oh man, I don't know. I really don't. This is not going to be easy. Not even close. When I move, when I get to San Francisco, I'm going to be asking for transportation. The guys with the golf carts, sky caps with the golf carts, I'm going to be asking for that. I don't know what else. I'm going to arrive at the airport very early. I want to be at the airport by 6. 6? You're not leaving until 10:50. Yeah, I know I'm not leaving until 10:15. But I'm going to have 2 dogs, 2 check-in bags, a carry-on bag, and a tote bag. 3 check-on bags, because my computer, which is off screen just over there, my computer I'm going to pack into a box and take with me. I called and figured out I could, and it's only $25 to do that. So my computer's going with me. It's going to be checked into the plane, as well as my 2 bags that I'm going to take with me. So it's going to be my computer and my 2 bags. And so there'll be those 3 bags, plus a carry-on, plus a tote bag, possibly, personal bag, plus my 2 dogs. So that's 3, 4, 5, that's 7 things I'm going to be moving. And I need to make sure that my dogs get through cleanly onto the plane. So I want to make sure I get there very, very early. Okay? So yes, arriving 4 hours early, it's fine with me. I'm going to download some books. I'm going to download I'm probably going to download some audiobooks. I'm going to download probably some movies, and I'm going to download a few games for my phone and for my Kindle, my Kindle Fire. I'm going to be downloading for both of them. And taking them with me. So I'm looking forward to that. So I have plenty to do. I want to get a neck pillow and get a neck pillow, which I need to shave. Let me get a neck pillow and a uh, blindfold. A blindfold. In case I want to sleep at some point, I don't have to pay for a blindfold. And getting the neck pillow so I can just rest my head back will be nice. And I should be good. The neck pillows I can get, there's some really nice ones right up here at Long's, Long's Drugs, which is owned by CVS. The blindfold, I'm not sure. Probably I can get at Long's as well. I'll just have to ask around. Blindfolds. But, you know, everything's proceeding. All calculations read right now of everything that I have, money that my mother sent me, money that my father sent me, and my TV that my brother-in-law is going to pay me for. The only things I've added in, plus my 3 paychecks versus all my expenses, says I'm going to have around $800 to travel with. That's provided I stop spending, because I did buy McDonald's at one point. I bought a few things at Walmart that I needed that I forgot. My vitamin B pills to deal with my vitamin B deficiency. 2 air cans for my computer so I don't have to buy one next month. I put a little bit of gas in the car, which I budgeted for. Bought a candy bar. I bought the local moco. You know, these are things I didn't budget for. But even after all that, and I sat down and I did the calculation, around $800 I should have to travel with, which should get me through most issues that come along. But we'll see. I'm like really fucking nervous. I don't know how I'm going to have $800 left. I know in September, the advantages in September is, one, I'm leaving on the 4th, so I really doubt they're going to make me pay rent of any sort. 2, I don't have to pay for my toilet. Between the 2 of those, that's a savings of 200. Let's see, 60 plus 70 is what? So 200. That's a savings of $230 right there. I won't have to pay for my house phone anymore, so that's a little bit of a saving. And just a lot of stuff I won't have to pay for, that I'm looking forward to. So that'll help. And then whatever I have left over from, I'm going to say whatever I have left over from August, and a little bit I have left over from September. From July, because I need to still get my driver's license, which I'm going to try and pay for this month and go and do this month. My driver's license, I still have to get the suitcases. I have to go downtown to the doctor's, which is also gas money, travel. And there was, I'm still waiting for my phone to come in, and I still have to buy Bella's ID tag, which I have to do this month. So that's pretty much going to sap out, I'm guessing, everything I have left, or almost everything. I'll be lucky to have like $50 left, but that's my own fault, because I could have had 30 left from the local moco. I could have had another 20 left from McDonald's. So that'd have been $50 right there. If I only have $50 left, that could have been $100 left. So there you go. But not a big deal. Just not a big deal. Not worried about it. Not worried about it at all. We'll get there. Even if I only have $400 to travel with, half of what the estimate, that's still plenty. That's still plenty for me to hopefully deal with anything that may come along. But I'm already just about coming up on 30 minutes for this. I had no intentions of talking this long, but I really don't have anything else to do. I am bored. So, anyways, let me shut this down now, folks, before it goes on any longer. That's going to be all for me this episode, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this vlog as much as I've been enjoying flapping my yap. I'll update you again if anything big changes, anything that's going on. But otherwise, it's really just a hurry up and wait now. From tomorrow, for me, 2 months. 2 months from tomorrow. It's one big bugger. Signing out. See you next time.